Good evening, everybody. I welcome you all to this presentation on yoga and thyroid problem. So, what is the relationship between thyroid gland, thyroid hormones, and weight gain and weight loss? This is a picture of the various glands present in our body, and the thyroid gland is present in our neck region, and the hypothalamus is present in the brain, and pituitary is also present in the brain region. The hypothalamus secretes TRH hormone, and it is received by the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland further releases TSH hormone, which is received by the thyroid gland, and the thyroid gland releases T4 and T3 hormones, and these two hormones are released into the bloodstream in our body, which controls metabolism in our body. Hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism are two diseases which are occurring in our body because of the release of excess hormone or little release of hormones, which causes weight gain and weight loss problem in our body. So these hormones are basically controlling the metabolism taking place in our body, and yoga practices can control the release of these hormones in our body. So hyperthyroidism means weight loss in our body, and hypothyroidism means weight gain in our body. Both these conditions could be cured by yogic practices. Now, how does that happen? With yoga and pranayams, that is breathing exercise, it induces a relaxation and reduces the stress in our body, and that stretches and loosens the neck area where the thyroid gland is located. So, yogic poses focuses in stimulating the throat region, that is the thyroid gland, and which controls the circulation of T3 and T4 hormones secreted by the thyroid gland. So, yogic practice actually can control the release of the thyroid hormones, thereby controlling hyperthyroidism and hypothyroidism, that is weight gain and weight loss problem. Now, what do we mean by metabolism? Metabolism means a process by which our body converts whatever food we eat, whatever drink we take into energy. Now, this is a very complex process, but in this process, calories of food is burned, and that whatever energy is our body is getting is utilized, and some waste product is also released in this process. Now, this metabolism process is affected by the T3 and T4 hormones released from the thyroid gland, and an excess or less amount of the hormones affects the body weight. So in this picture, we can see that the chemical energy we are getting from the food, and it is converted into ATP, and metabolism releases both heat and waste products, that is carbon dioxide and water. So the function of thyroid gland, thyroid hormone are as such, it helps in growth and development. Then it also regulates the heartbeat and heart contraction. The function of thyroid is also regulation of metabolism and growth and repair of body cells and tissues. So there are three hormones in concern: TSH, T4 and T3. So here in this table we can see the normal range of TSH level, T3 and T4. So here we can see that in case of hypothyroidism, the TSH level increases as compared to the from the normal level, and in case of hyperthyroidism, the TSH hormone decreases. Again, the T4 hormone, it increases in case of hyperthyroidism, because of which there is a lot of metabolism taking inside the body, and the person loses their weight. And as compared to that, in case of hypothyroid, the T4 hormone is lesser than the normal, because of which there is accumulation of fats in the body and the person gains in weight. And this is the range of normal hormone level. The TSH ranges from 0.5 to 4.5 mu ml per ml. In case of T4, it is 0.8 to 2.8, and in case of T3, it is 2.3 to 4.2. So if you see your results of hormonal level, which is not according to this range, then you can know whether you are suffering from thyroid problem or not, and whether the problem is hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism. This slide again shows the normal range of TSH hormone, which is from 0.45 to 4.12, and in case of hypothyroidism, that is overt and subclinical, it is greater, the TSH is greater than 4.12, and in case of hyperthyroidism, it is lesser than 0.45 mu ml per liter. So by now we have known what we mean by hypothyroidism and what we mean by hyperthyroidism. So in this slide we can see some of the characters that are observed in case of hyper and hypothyroidism. Here we can see that the hypothyroidism is having weight gain problem, and hyperthyroid person is having weight loss problem. Again, they have bulging eyes. Then the heartbeat is also rapid in case of hyperthyroidism. Weight loss and diarrhea problem is suffered. In case of hypothyroid person, the face seems to be puffy. Then in both cases, there is hair loss problem, and hypothyroid person may suffer from slow heartbeat, then weight gain problem and constipation. And again, there is this character that cold tolerance is seen in case of hypothyroid person, and heat intolerance is seen in case of hyperthyroid person. So thyroid function would be normalized by some activities like taking of medicine and yoga practices, and taking care of your food and diet also. Factors that inhibit the proper production of thyroid hormones is that stress and trauma and certain other medication. So this stress and trauma could be sorted out and solved by doing yoga practices, especially the pranayam and meditation. And the intake of vitamin-rich foods such as iron, iodine, then zinc, and other vitamins like vitamin E, B2, B3. This can also aid in proper production of thyroid hormones. So now what can yoga do in case of thyroid hormone release? Yoga can actually stimulate the release of hormones by stimulating the thyroid gland. These are some of the yoga practices which we can do in order to stimulate the thyroid gland. For example, we can do the Dhanurasana, the Savasana, Halasan, Ustrasan, Shashangasan, Matsyasan. In case of hyperthyroidism, we can do the Setubandha Asana also, and Bhujangasan also. So all these yoga practices we can do. Now I would like to give some of the practical example of a study that I had done. So in this slide we can see the TSH level, which varies from 1.15 to even 11 and 8.69. So these are the patients that I had taught the yogasana and they were practiced. So with proper yoga practice, the release of hormones could be made under control, so that people do not become dependent upon medicines, and yoga practices can control the release of hormones in our body. These are some of the yoga practices that the patient had done. Thank you for watching the video, and if you have any doubts or problems, kindly let me know in the comment box. Thank you.